Right, so mine is a multinational team. We've got UK, USA, and someone from Australia. As I said, first time meeting with these guys. They seem really cool chaps. Future Beans is done pretty well in some of the tournaments. Been very active. In terms of how I got into Keyforge, I did start playing when the first set released, and essentially it was the kind of game that, funnily enough, a friend of mine, he recommended it to me. He just said, "Oh, there's this cool game where you buy sealed decks." He gave me the concept. He got me completely into it, and by the time I was excitedly saying, "Dude, I got some decks, do you want to play?" he'd stopped playing, and he hasn't played since, unfortunately. But yeah, as far as the deck that I've chosen, it's pretty much my most consistent mass mutation deck, that I would say. It seems a lot of my top decks are from mass mutation. This one, well, it's got Etan's Jar, which is very useful in a lot of matchups, and I think is going to be quite useful in this particular one. Strangely enough, the SAS rating on it was at 70 quite a while, and then it jumped all the way up to 74. I was going to enter it in as my 70 pick for this tournament, and then literally a few days before the update came. This is a deck that has a lot of enhancement icons. It's got a lot of useful alterations to it. Probably my favorite aspect of it is a Demo Thief with 2 damage icons. So if I need to, I can just put it down itself and steal one right off. It's a very useful enhanced card. Yeah. I have had a chance. I haven't practiced against it. I'm feeling... I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. I'm feeling somewhat confident. I feel that I do have a couple of ways around some of the more threatening cards. Ducillus, a very threatening card in a lot of matchups, and I've got a few ways to deal with that, so I'm not too afraid of that. Yeah, not feeling too bad. I mean, last match was against probably the Saurian Suite from Hell, 2 Curious Service, 3 Spoils of Battle, Faust, Ludo, the works. So coming into this particular matchup, I'm feeling a little bit better about it after facing that last time. Yeah. No smack talk. I'll just say, good luck. We're all in this to have fun and enjoy the wonderful game of Keyforge. So yeah, let's do it.
So there we go. So this is the Arch, and oh god damn it, they're in the wrong place as well. I am not having a good day today. Boop. So you go over here, and you go over here. So Tang is the actual deck. So that's a little bit of a treat for what's coming next. The Swindle breakdown sort of messed me up a little bit, and the stream's in 3 different parts. There's going to be probably a fair few mistakes today. But this is... But triple red penny is amazingly nice, yes. So this is the actual breakdown we've got here. And as we've seen pointed out there, triple red penny, but the Eaton's Jar, triple burning glare, the Deus Ilias, which is what they're most concerned about from the Winter Soldier side of things. But the question is, what happens if you don't get Eaton's Jar, but you get the red pennies early? You've also got the Borrow, which can be very powerful, especially seeing as how we have got the Bow Niffing on the Southwest Sneklifters side. I'm just going to try to skip to that AC Southwest Sneklifters. The Southwest Sneklifters side, they've got the Borrow, and if they can borrow the Safe House, they can create the combo of the Bow Niffing Safe House. Johnny Longfingers from Phony as well. Barrister Joy being able to prevent Reaps. I don't know how chat feels about this, but for me, I feel like Winter Soldiers have got a lot more answers than the Winter Soldiers have got problems. Burning Glares offer a lot of stuns which aren't really able to be dealt with quite quickly by the Southwest Sneklifters. Red Alert is a huge answer here. But they have to get it quite early. Faust can do some nice damage, especially with things like Stomp, Chant of Hubris, Deus Ilius, doing a lot of capture. But all these answers, Fangs of Grizzleheart deals with Deus Ilius. Eaton's Jar could deal with Deus Ilius quite quickly. Tempting Offer can buy you a turn. Mindfire might be able to get rid of one. But as Keith Frog said, it comes down to Eaton's Jar. If Eaton's Jar comes early, that gives Winter Soldier a lot of power and essentially gives Tang free. As we all know, it's going to go on Rad Penny. It gives 3 dead cards in there, which would usually be quite powerful, especially one that's enhanced. And I believe it's enhanced with a draw or a capture. Ambassador Lil could be quite powerful as well. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a very strong game. But as you saw from here, as you saw at the beginning, the Southwest Sneklifters are already up by 1. Unfortunately, the captain of the Winter Soldiers was unable to take on that. Was unable to play the game due to family emergencies. We do wish them all the best and hope it's been resolved as well as possible. But that means that Sneklifters are going into this game already 1 up. This means that Winter Soldiers have got to play out here. So, going to be quite interesting to see. It's good to see people taking advantage of the prediction side of things. And I'm going to now move this over. And let's move on to the game. Sad Penny. Oh, I love to see Sad Penny. Let's go. Turn 1 Eaton's Jar for Avatar Chaos right there. Even with 4 Sanctum cards, you know that Eaton's Jar is getting dropped straight away. We see Deus Ilius drops. Teleporter, very powerful drop. It doesn't matter if you borrowed Eaton's Jar, because it doesn't say your opponent, it just says that card cannot be played. So even if you borrow Eaton's Jar, it doesn't affect your ability to play the Bad Pennies. But we did see Eaton's Jar come down for Bad Penny. Then we see Hestog come down. Discards the Red Alert. Plays Subdue for the stun. And then Reaps for going up to 2. We see our Officer Nell, but we don't see any upgrades, which is a bit of a shame. Jumps straight back in. Drops the Malphicon. Captures 1. Onto Hestog. Plays Waking Nightmare just for the Amber. Removes the stun. Shadows? Yeah, lights out the 2 creatures. Drop Asp to start dealing with stuff. But then that does open up the Fangs of Grizzleheart to purge an Asp. A weird Fangs of Grizzleheart, but it'll do the job. And there's Borrow. So, yeah, there's Fangs of Grizzleheart. Get rid of the Asp. You've not missed out the KOTE 9 reveal yet? No. Added Hero. Drops the Lieutenant and the General. Beautiful place. Gets a Grey Rider in hand, and there's that safe house. Discards Deus Ilius. Plays Galatops. Plays Primus. You still have time to miss it if you want. Good one. And there we go. We see the Sanctum coming down now. Going for a fight. Very interesting. Each fight does lead to 1 capture onto Lieutenant Gorvanel. Oh, no, used it to reap instead. So Reaps up to 6. Drops the Grey Rider. Used it to take out the Consul Primus just to make sure that if there is any capture for shenanigans, it isn't going to be effective here. But Booby Trap is going to wipe out Grey Rider and Ardent Hero. And here comes Gamgee with double capture. Captures it both onto Galatops. Holds the Borrow. Wants to borrow something a bit more powerful. Barrister Joya, very powerful card here. Reap back up to 6. Wants to make it dual control. Rad Penny in hand, which means that both eggs has now got a chain that cannot be shed. Scout Pete discards the Fortune. Oh, I can't see what that card is actually. Fortune Alliances, I believe. Plays Nell and swaps positions using the transporter to be able to fight into Barrister Joya. Discards the safe house. Liam Say comes down, going to be very powerful, but playing around the burrow and discards the safe house. I like that play. Can't reap because of Barrister Joya being down. Sergio, both eggs is unable to reap. With Joya gone now, we're going to see. Oh, and we now see Faust come down. Pterodactyl, and then we're going to see a borrow, play a humble onto the thief. He doesn't want to lose any of the amber. But Liam Say getting rid of the teleporter. I love Joya. Malphicon comes back down. Implosion. Going to get rid of the thief and gets rid of thief and Faust. So both eggs still are not able to get a key, and Avatar Chaos moving around here. Uses borrow just to get hold of it and discards 3 rad pennies. That is so harsh to see. Can reaps the Ganchi, but just sad panda noises from the 3 rad pennies in hand at one time. Look over there to steal. Then plays Tempting Offer. Kills the Scout Pete. Bounces the Glowtops. Gets up to 4. Goes into Star Alliance. Crewman Jog. Plays Secure Droid first. I'd have played Nell, because even if you play Secure Droid as a creature, it would still count as an upgrade, so you still get that draw. But does drop the blast shielding onto Crewman Jorg, which means that drops Ambassador Liu. And we could have seen a survey or Commander Chan come down from the extra draw. We don't know. When you can draw a card, you probably should draw a card. Plays Anguish with a damage. Anguish with a self-damage can be very powerful late game. But we're seeing now Avatar Chaos moving steadily towards his second key. It knows their key ahead, doesn't need to rush to his second key, so establishing board, establishing complete control, and maintaining the momentum of this game. Octavia can be huge as Stomp. Gets rid of Malphicon, doesn't want his extra damage coming through, which is a very smart play looking at Avatar Chaos' hand, because these Burning Glares would have been utter destruction with that Malphicon in hand. Plays Amber Heart, plays Burning Glare. Going to be able to stun the Octavia. Gets rid of the droid and stuns Octavia. Reap, gets up to 9. Oh! Liam's Day Hiscog is very powerful as well. This deck from Avatar is a beautiful deck for its sass. Double Reckless Rizzo, Bonifin coming down to steal 1. I'd have probably held that for a turn, knowing that you were going to be able to do a lot more stealing. But we see the redraw. We've got an It's Coming and the Deus Ilias. A lot of answers have come out from here. Oh, we're going to see the Deus Ilias. This is the first Deus Ilias of the KOTE 8. The KOTE show for KOTE 8. I do love Deus Ilias. It's coming. I want to stream a Deus Ilias versus Niflkong game just because the movie's now out. Takes Deus Ilias into hand. Plays Deus Ilias. Captures all 6. Taking Avatar off check. This is also going to allow for the unstun of Octavius, even if Deus Ilias gets taken down. But as White Not has pointed out, last turn, Avatar saved Whale, wanted to make sure that they had an answer to Deus Ilias in hand at all times. A beautiful save of removal there, showing great restraint, and gets up to 8. We can see from the hand there is no answer here. Just Reap 9, 10. Bonifing can't do anything here. Bostic and Red Penny and Bug just concedes. That is a 3-0, and the Winter Soldiers bring it back at 1-1.